Hi, and welcome back to Gay by Gay. My name is Adam.
I'm JJ.
And today, JJ and I are going to check out the top Google Trends of the week. What's first?
What's first? First is Pearl Jam. Do you like Pearl Jam, Adam?
I don't know nearly enough about Pearl Jam.
Pablo Escobar is because of the, I assume because of that Netflix series.
Show.
Have you seen it?
Narcos.
Narcos.
No, I haven't. Have you?
No.
Oh, I'm the one being relied upon for...
I just assumed that you were
Pop
on
culture.
top of all of the popular Netflixery of the week.
No. Peter Gabriel, who knows?
This is old people music,
I
Adam.
know,
It's
this
lame.
happened. Well, a lot of people have died of late, so now looking at this list, I feel like every second person we read, we're like, oh god, it's because they died.
It's like it's a boomer icon death watch these days, right? Like if
I
there's
know.
some boomer musician who's still performing, you better keep your eye on him. They say that Sarah Palin is going to endorse Donald Trump. How about that, Adam?
Oh god. Does she have any political clout?
Probably not. It's not. I don't think there's very many people that are like, Sarah Palin. Wonder who she's going to break for.
You know
Could
what,
it be
though?
Kasich?
Didn't Phil Robertson give his endorsement to Ted Cruz?
You know, I thought he did it to Trump.
No, he did a commercial for Ted Cruz that
Oh,
was
really?
like, he'll go duck hunting with us. I promise you that. So I feel like if there is a camp that likes Phil Robertson, they must also like Sarah Palin. Those people just must be distraught.
I like this one. It just says, school, comma, New Jersey.
I've had enough of it. I want them to shut down all the schools in New Jersey.
Yes, I'd vote for Christie if he was promising
Yeah,
that.
those New Jersey kids are far too educated.
Pee-wee's sort of vast body of work is coming to Netflix. Did you watch Pee-wee at all when you were
No.
a kid? Oh, I loved it so much.
Really?
You know, you were really into Pee-wee and Pee-wee's Playhouse.
Yeah.
And then one day, you just sort of became vaguely aware that you weren't supposed to like Pee-wee anymore.
Well, the show already, I think, makes some people a little bit uneasy. It's kind of a weird show.
Oh, it was.
And then for that to have happened, you know.
Yeah.
It's like
Probably
finding out one of the
confirmed.
Teletubbies is a rapist or something. It's just like...
It confirms what you already instinctively believe, yes.
You're like, I have my eye on you, Tinky Winky. You don't watch hockey or
I don't watch any of the
baseball,
popular sporting
or know who
franchises.
John Scott is,
Do
frankly.
you? I don't know about this. Are you a sports person at all?
I wouldn't call myself a hockey person. I'm a fan of the Canucks.
So you're one of these like foreigners who comes and tries to feign interest in a team that you've only known.
Foreigners?
Well, I mean, you should like one of the Alberta squadrons.
There's no reason for anyone to like a particular team. Let's be honest. Most of the hockey teams have no specific allegiance to the city that they're in.
No,
Yeah,
but
like-
that's a very superficial way to look at it. I always find it something a little bit phony when someone like yourself comes to a new city and is like, oh yeah, I'm into this team. It's like, you don't get it. You weren't there,
So
Adam.
you're saying you're a truer Canucks fan than I am?
Just
by
through
virtue of being
osmosis.
born
Yes,
here.
that's right.
That's disgusting. Jada Pinkett Smith.
This is the fashionable
know.
perspective on the Oscars right now, which is that there's too many white people being nominated for things. I don't know. I mean, like, this is not the politically correct thing to say, but here it comes.
We have to have a flashing warning that comes up whenever JJ goes into one of these rants.
I don't know. Like, if it's a meritocratic thing,
It's
like,
not.
Okay.
I'll stop you there. The Academy Awards are not a meritocracy.
Who are the best performers, regardless of the color of their skin, but the content of their acting? That's what Martin Luther King said, right?
We deal with the content of their acting. Yeah. I think it's a systemic problem. And I think it's with the Academy Awards too. There aren't enough writers of color and directors of color, and it goes deeper than just the 5 people who get chosen. It goes all the way back to who gets to go to school for acting and directing, and how much does that cost, and you know, where are those schools advertised, and there's all these other way bigger issues. We're seeing the very tip of the iceberg at the Academy Awards.
Well, exactly, right? And I can accept that, right? Like, I can accept that this is a problem of supply. You know, and if that's a problem of supply, then yes, it is a systemic problem, and it has to be tackled at a much sort of earlier
Yes.
creation level. This is affirmative action in the worst sense of the term, I think, is that when you get so far down the line of the end product of something that is the product of a lot of systemic sort of dysfunctions and problems and whatnot, and in saying, like, this is the point at which we will correct the system.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. The thing is, it comes in a year where Will Smith played a very Academy Award worthy role, you know, in theory, and wasn't nominated.
Yeah. See this one about how Univision has now bought The Onion?
I wonder if that will change the content of it at all.
More Latino content?
Well, no, but being tied to a legitimate news organization. They have extremely controversial
Yeah, they do.
articles. I've saved a few of them where I was just like, oh my god, like it takes a lot to shock me, but some stuff that for how mainstream they are, I couldn't believe they were getting
Can you
away
remember
with.
one?
The headline is, gay conversion therapists claim most patients fully straight by the time they commit suicide.
That's pretty dark.
Isn't it? I think it's terrible, but I also saved it because it's concise, it's scathing, it's horrible, but
Yeah.
it draws attention to something that needs attention.
It has a point to it, right? The final story is Donald Trump in the UK. Have you been following this at all?
They're debating if they should completely boycott him as a human being.
Ban him from
Ban him
entering
from
the
entering.
UK. Yeah.
That's lovely.
Yeah.
Well, the polls right now are saying that Bernie Sanders stands a better chance against Donald Trump than Hillary Clinton stands against Donald Trump.
It's so early that those polls don't really.
I think either one of them would trounce him, and we'd have another Barry Goldwater on our hands.
Ah, you're learning so much, Adam.
Oh God, who have I become? Now, what are your thoughts on the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Festival?
Against?
This whole experiment's been ill-advised.